Capricorns, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on for you this week. Ooh, okay, Ace of Cups straight away. Ace of Cups and something floor on the floor. Ah! The Tower. Whoa, whoa. Okay, Capricorn. You have new love or a new love within you. So if you're like, oh, I'm already in a relationship, I don't want new love, there's just this feeling of being in a new relationship or something. And I don't usually say relationship necessarily, but I have now, and that's come out for a reason. There's some type of new relationship or something, even with yourself. Maybe it's like a loving yourself type of thing, or maybe it's even a new person. But I for some reason I'm a little bit nervous to say it's a person. It's like, maybe it's because there's so many of you that it's different for everybody, but I just feel as if even if there is a new person coming in, they're unlocking your love for yourself. Like it's been behind a closed door. Maybe you're even someone that, like, I feel like Capricorn, you might be someone that tells your friends, love yourself, like, oh, you don't need to change anything about yourself, you're perfect. But then you'll go and try and change things about yourself. So there's something here about you actually going to be giving the love this week to yourself that you keep telling other people to give to themselves, if that makes sense. With the Tower coming out, the Tower is a bit of a scary card for a lot of people. I kind of love the Tower. Maybe I just like drama maybe, but the Tower is something dramatic happening that you don't see coming. And I think that's why people can be a bit scared of it. But because it came out with the Ace of Cups, I think this is just talking about the dramatic kind of change you're about to have into a more loving, caring attitude for yourself. Like, it's almost as if with the Tower, you're being a lot more harsh with your own brain. If your brain is very critical of you and you don't give yourself enough love and attention, you're starting to kind of clap back or snap back at yourself and be like, enough with that. Like, look at those two. They look like they're fighting. And I just feel like you're fighting something. You're fighting someone. Maybe there's even someone around you and you're like, no, you don't get to talk to me like that. And in the past, you saw that as a negative, you saw that as drama, and now you're like, no, it's not dramatic at all. I need to stand up for my love, and the love, it's almost like you're loving yourself by standing up for your boundaries in a way. Against, maybe someone does, there's something around you, Capricorn, where someone is a little bit unpredictable. It could be anyone, obviously it's different for everyone, but it's just this figure of somebody that does cause a lot of drama maybe, and you're like, no, I'm not having that anymore. I'm going to start pouring love into myself and leaving that alone. I don't know. And also fighting back if it's necessary. Two of Swords came out reversed. So it came out like that. Obviously that's what reversed means. But it just landed, it landed actually like standing up. So basically, you're not overthinking. This is my card of overthinking, and it's usually a negative card, but because it's reversed, I'm going to take this as you're really not putting up with your own crap anymore. You're like, no, you're being very harsh with yourself, Capricorn, but in the best way. You're like cutting out any toxic things. The devil might come out in a second, because I didn't mean to say toxic, but it's just like you're cutting out any crap. You're not having it anymore. You're like, also, I feel like somebody in particular, Capricorn, you're watching this and you're thinking, I've not done enough this year, or you're like disappointed in yourself. Maybe you had like a thing, what's it called, New Year's resolutions, and you've like given up on something you said you were going to do. Don't beat yourself up about it, because I feel like you've actually grown so much this year, and you need to nurture how much you've been growing and doing for yourself and not beat yourself up about it. There's really an energy of you beating yourself up a lot, but you're like stopping it now. You're like, well, that hasn't got me very far. You're like, well, if I carry on what I'm doing now, then I'm going to carry on getting out with what I'm getting now. And what I'm getting now is just me being angry at myself. And also something about your productivity, like you're not productive, and it's not in like, it's not discipline. It's just when it comes to your own things that you want to do, you can't be productive. So on your days off of work, the things that you said you wanted to work on, you don't actually get round to, and you're kind of beating yourself up about it. I feel like you're kind of like counteracting that now with going, well, beating myself up about it isn't doing anything. So instead of beating myself up about it, what can I do? I'll just actually enjoy my days off. And then the second you stop overthinking whether or not you're doing enough, Capricorn, this week is like that turning point of, oh, actually, I don't have to do those things. Like, you give yourself a lot of tasks to do and then get angry at yourself, sorry, I'm mumbling, you get angry at yourself when you're not fulfilling this stupidly long list of things that you want to get done, but this week you're not doing that. This week you're kind of just like, well, going with the flow. Oh, okay. Like, you're realizing actually it's a lot simpler and I don't need to overcomplicate things by having a whole list of things. I can just take things one step at a time and see where that takes me. The Chariot. One step at a time. The Chariot. I just got this really beautiful feeling. You're about to be very successful, but it's coming after you start being nicer to yourself. And I just can't, like, emphasize that enough. Once you start being kinder to yourself, you're like, everything flows for you. And I think it's the universe, like, patting you on the back. Like, yes, good Capricorn. Good Capricorn. You're not gonna get, like, anything out of beating yourself up over silly things. You were being, in the past, very harsh on yourself, but you're now moving into this area of success. Chariot is success. It's also moving. You could be moving. It's also travel, or a new car. But you just have this energy of, it's actually very beautiful. For a lot of you, I do see somebody buying a new house, but it's like unexpected. It's like, you're like watching this thinking, that's not for me, that's for someone else, that part. But it's actually for you. There's someone that's watching this like, nope. You're crazy, that's clearly not me right now, I'm not in the financial position, but you're gonna somehow move or buy a new house or something. Judgment, whoa. Also, like, I'm right. Like, I don't know why I want to say that. Like, there's someone, like, going, you're wrong. I don't know, for some reason, I'm like, I'm right. With the Judgment coming out as well, you might feel called to do something, and you feel like you have to say to people, I'm right, you're wrong. It's not about saying that to someone, but it's about believing it. So there might be somebody that is saying that, and then with the Judgment coming out, you are right in going towards the thing you feel called to do. Listening to that rabbit's blowing his trumpet, and you just have to listen to that call you're getting from the skies above. If you feel called to go out and eat at McDonald's, even though you don't eat at McDonald's, there's something where, I don't know why I even brought up McDonald's, it's so random, but it's just something where you are like feeling like you're not allowed or feeling like it's wrong or something like that, but it's not. Like, if you feel called to go and do something, just do it. With the Chariot, there's something successful around you feeling called to do something, and it might actually be a lot bigger than going to McDonald's. It might be you feeling called to make a big move in your life, feeling called to travel somewhere that you're not sure where it's gonna lead, because I'm just looking at, like, look how dark that looks. So it's like it's kind of like uncertain or foggy as to where things will lead you, but you just kind of feel called to do something. And it could be you traveling somewhere and you're like, why do I want to go to Christchurch for? Like, why do I want to go there? And then you're just like, well, I'll just go, like, I'll see. There's something where you are right, even if it feels random or unnecessary. It's like that thing of, where do our thoughts come from? Nobody knows. Like, some of your thoughts, they'll just pop up out of nowhere, and they've been, like, planted in your mind from the heavens above. Oh my god, I just chucked that. They've been planted in your mind from that rabbit above, telling you to go somewhere new, telling you to change things, telling you to move. With the Star, also wish fulfillment around this. So you got the Star come out, the Judgment card, and the Chariot, like, all together, like, success. But it's in the direction you feel called to go, but doesn't make a lot of sense to other people. It might be a little bit like, oh, it will disappoint, blah, blah, blah. Somebody's expecting me to be successful in this direction, and now I want to go in this direction. They're going to be so disappointed. There's something, Capricorn, where you kind of have to just ignore what they think, or what you think they think, because they don't actually think what you think they think. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. Also, like, something about you're very good at saving money, which makes sense, you're a Capricorn, but it's just something about you being very, very good at, like, budgeting, but you're about to kind of spend a little bit of money on something, and you might feel a little bit, I don't know why I can smell pollen. My window's closed, there's no pollen around this side of the house at all, but I can just smell pollen for some reason. But we have the Star showing up on the bottom again, which is crazy. So there is wish fulfillment around you spending maybe a little bit of money on something. Could be a new car, could be a new house, could be you traveling somewhere or going on holiday, but you're kind of like, there's something where you're a little bit stingy, but in a healthy way, but also in an unhealthy way because you don't really treat yourself. You're going to kind of treat yourself to something. I don't know why I just said treat yourself to someone, which is a bit dodgy. Like, why are you treating yourself to someone? That's such a weird thing. Maybe it's about having time off work if you are like a workaholic. And you're like, oh, I can't afford, like, I like saving my money, I can't take time off. But there's something, Capricorn, where you will, because 10 of Wands has now come out, which is another card of moving, and it landed on the Chariot. This is my card of moving because he's just got a lot on his back, and I just feel like somebody's got like backpacks full, like several backpacks full for some reason, moving. But like, it's like, who would move with backpacks? I don't know, maybe you don't have a lot materially right now, I don't know, there's something where somebody's actually got really heavy backpacks and you're like fully, or maybe you're going backpacking, I don't know, but there's something where there's a lot on your back, or there's a lot of weight on your back, somebody's back, oh, I can feel it, somebody's back is very sore. Maybe you lift or something, or you've pulled a muscle, I don't know, but there's something where your back's a bit like, it needs sorting out in some way. Like go to a chiropractor or something, or maybe you're going to. But yeah, there's something, what I was trying to say was you're treating yourself to time off, because I said you're treating yourself to someone. So the reason, you're obviously not buying someone, I hope. It's more like you're treating yourself to have time off and not be making as much money as you usually would be, in order to then actually spend time with someone and meet someone. For some of you, because it's Ace of Cups here, this is new. It's getting to know someone new on a deeper level. Ace of Swords also coming out. Your communication this week is on point. I don't usually say on point, but I'm just looking at like how sharp that is, and it's like, it's on point. You couldn't communicate better. For some reason, you have like the gift of the gab this week. If you have to talk at something, if you have a talk to do, or even if you have to write something, you're very good at articulating, you're very good at saying what you need to say. Also, but don't be too on guard, because I'm just looking at this Four of Pentacles. You might have your sword and you have a lot to say, but you're also like, oh, when do I say it? When do I say it? Like, I get this come through in someone else's reading recently. I had this come through, but there's something about like hopping. It could have even been yours last week, but there's something about somebody trying to like jump in to like a jump rope, and you're like ready and you can do it, and you know you can do jump rope, but you're just like, not yet, not yet, not yet. And that's this energy here of like hesitating. Maybe it would have just been easier if I'd had that come through, but yeah, I'm not as good as you, Capricorn. I don't have the words there, but yeah, there's something where you shouldn't be hesitating, because you actually are going to say the right thing at the right time. If you're worried about that, you're very good at, your communication skills are doing amazing. What's going on in love? What's going on in love? Because this keeps coming through. There was Ace of Cups here, there's Judgment. What's going on in love? Two of Cups. Soulmate union with the moon. So you might be a little uncertain about where things are going with someone. But with the Two of Cups and the Judgment and everything else here, there is success in love. There's also, like, Two of Cups is a best friend and more. There's somebody that also, like, you enjoy doing the same things with each other, and even if you've never done the things they do, so say they're into golfing and you've never tried it, you just have fun doing whatever together. There's something where it's not just about the passion. This is Two of Cups as best friends, and it's amazing. It's the best you could. It's an amazing card to come out, is what I'm trying to say, because it means there's actually some type of, well, you're going from the Ace of Cups being your first card out to the Two of Cups. So there's definitely growth happening. You're definitely moving forward. If it's new love, there's definitely a connection here and some bonding happening. You could be going out for tea. Just looking at a teacup, you could be going out for tea. Six of Cups and Six of Swords. Sixes might be significant because we also had the Six of Pentacles here. You could be seeing sixes a lot, but you don't have to be. But with the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords, you also, this could be somebody you knew in the past, because with the Six of Cups, this is reuniting or someone returning from the past. So even if you didn't know them very well in the past, you know of their existence. I'm getting, you know that they are in the world, and you know what they look like, and you know their name, but I feel like you don't really know much more about them. But you're moving into calmer waters. So to say that you're moving into calmer waters with the Six of Swords would imply that there was a little bit of uncertainty with the moon, there was the moon with the Two of Cups. So there's a little bit of mystery, a little bit of like, what is going on? Is this going to be a thing? Is this not? But there is a union here. There is going to be a union, and things are going to make a lot more sense, and there's going to be a lot more clarity and understanding, and also equal give and take. If you've been in connections in the past where you gave and gave and gave, and you were always the one doing everything, this is going to be even. This is going to be very balanced and very, very lovely energy. Very lovely. My throat just got all choked up. That was weird. Whew, strange. Sorry, that was weird. You might have like a tickle in your throat because that's not me at all. Like, I can just tell it. I know when things are me because you feel them kind of brewing beforehand, whereas like that just came out of nowhere. Okay, Six of Wands, Capricorn. Overall, you have a very successful week, okay? Not only are you doing well at having boundaries and sticking up for your self-love and loving you, you also have a new love coming in for some of you. And it's somebody that, even though it's new love, it's someone you know about, it's someone you've met. Also, like, your communication, the main thing I want to say to you is your communication this week will be successful. If you have to public speak, Six of Wands, oh my god, Six of Wands, that's like all the sixes. I said about the sixes before, and now you have the Six of Wands. Wow. Six of Wands, sorry, is victory. You made me stutter. That was crazy. Six of Wands is victory, it's winning, it's having people happy for you, having people celebrate with you over a success that you're going to have. You could be, I don't know why I'm getting, you're launching a brand or something, you're starting some type of thing. For some of you, it won't be for all of you, but you're starting something that's very successful. I'm seeing like a ribbon being cut. There's something that's going to start very soon, even if it's not this week, it's like brewing. And keep looking at that tea, like brewing, like the kettle's about to click. But your communication, oh my god, I've got all messy, what's going on? You might have like brain fog and be all over the place, because I'm suddenly like all over the place. Ace of Swords is clarity and communication, and you just, what I was trying to say, but I can't get out for some reason, Capricorn, I'm so sorry. What I was trying to say is, your best thing this week to stay aware of, like your best skill, is your speech, is your talking, is your intellect. So just make sure you use that. It's gonna really work out for you. If you have a meeting or something where you have to sell yourself, that sounds really dodgy again. You see, I said about buying someone, now I'm saying sell yourself. This is very strange, but something where if you have to sell an idea, if you have to, like Shark Tank energy around this, if you have to sell an idea to someone, it will be successful. And if you're also, if this is dating and you're just like trying to put your best foot forward, you don't want to like show off, but you also want this person to like you, but you also don't want to be like, I don't know, you know that energy of like you go on a date with someone or something and they tell you all their achievements and all the things they've ever done? There's this energy of you almost wanting to do that, so, but you know you can't. So there's something where you're kind of going to be balanced and be like, okay, I do want to say a little bit about myself, but I don't want to go overboard. There's something saying you're not overthinking it this week, and it's actually a good thing. If you feel like sharing, share, because this is someone that reciprocates your energy, and you opening up and be like, I've done this in my life, I've done this. They're going to be like, oh my god, that's so cool. I've done that too. There's something where it's reciprocal. If you start to brag about yourself, especially with the Six of Wands, there's some type of success coming if you start to brag about yourself in some way, but you're going to be doing it modestly. It's very balanced, but it's just you, like you thought you weren't allowed to in the past. I feel like you've gone on some type of date or some type of like hang out with someone, and you really wanted to start talking about something you've done, but you were like, oh, that sounds like such a name drop, or that sounds like I'm gonna be really up myself. But there's something where you're gonna actually somehow like thread in just casually about something that you are very happy that you've done and very proud of yourself for, and this person's gonna be like, same, I know what you mean because I've done this. And there's gonna be no hesitation on their part. They're not gonna think of you as up yourself. Just say, like, if you're proud of yourself about something, just share it with them, because it's reciprocated, is what I'm trying to say. And if it's the right person, they'll understand your energy, and they're not going to be like, oh my god, Capricorn, what does Capricorn think of themselves? Why are they talking about themselves so much? There's something where they're actually going to be happy that you're happy. about something, if that makes sense. It's such a messy reading, I'm so sorry. But overall, you have a really good week ahead. If you resonated with this in any way, see, I'm still flogging, this is so strange. If you resonated with this reading in any way, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Turtle Tarot Tuesdays.